today's video, I'm gonna break down everything you need to know about meme coins into a tier list, from best to worst to even absolute trash. So if you want to know everything about meme coins, the best ones in 2025, you have to watch this video because I'm gonna break everything down. There's no time to waste. Click that like button, comment, subscribe. Let's get on to it. Okay, here we are with our list, and we have S tiered and absolute trash down at the bottom. And our main focus here is going to be memes from 2025 and some even from 2024. So we're not going to see Doge, you're not going to see SHIB here. Of course, those would be S tiered, as you know, tens of billions. All of those are S tiered without a doubt. So let's focus on what we have right now, the brand new ones, the ones that have a ton of potential. So S tiered, 𝗵𝗵𝗏 first. We got to put 𝗵𝗵𝗏 on S tiered because this is part of crypto culture. Everybody knows this meme. Everybody loves this meme. This is one of the most important ones. Without 𝗵𝗵𝗏, we wouldn't be here. Everyone in crypto is a bit of a nerd and probably vibes a little bit with 4chan, so 𝗵𝗵𝗏 has to be S tiered. And of course, this thing went to like 40 billion, 20 billion, I think, 10 billion market cap. So 𝗵𝗵𝗏 is S tiered. And now let's put something that's absolute trash at the bottom so we know at least what's the best and what's the worst. Okay, absolute worthless dog trash, 𝗵𝗵𝗏 token. Why 𝗵𝗵𝗏 token? Well, because it's no venture capitalist scumbag trash. When VCs pump something and they launch it at like, you know, a billion FTV, it's absolute trash. No one should ever touch it. It's literally like toxic trash. If something can pump in crypto, it's basically useless. Speaking of useless, pretty good, I would say A tiered. Not because of the meme in itself. The meme in itself, I would say it's like a C tiered meme, but because of 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, okay? 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is the reason why this is an A tiered meme. Same thing goes for something like SPX, which by the way, SPX is not in the list, but it's definitely S tiered. So something like useless is A tiered because of 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. When you stop shilling it, I mean, it's doomed because the meme in of itself, it's not that great compared to something like 𝗵𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏. 𝗵𝗵𝗏𝗏𝗏 is, you know, everyone knows what 𝗵𝗵𝗏 is. It's one of those obvious buys. You don't even have to sell it to anyone. Then we have 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, I would say, is S tiered as well because it's a real meme. It's based off of 𝗏𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗏, a real meme. It's a Shiba Inu. It's the meme coin, the face of Solana. It's the meme coin everyone loves, creating the whole meta right now. It has to be S tiered. It's worth like what, $2-3 billion, and it's probably going to go even higher to 5, maybe even 10 billion, etc. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 has to be S tiered. Now, where do we put something like 𝗵𝗵𝗏? I would say D tier. This is a hyper liquid meme. It pumped quite a lot, but as a meme in of itself, you know, in terms of potential, I would say D tier. It's okay, you know, it's just a trade. It's not something that you can hold for months and expect to make 1000x returns. Then we have something like 𝗍𝗍. I think 𝗍𝗍 is a B tiered meme. Why B tiered? Because 𝗍𝗍 is 𝗵𝗵𝗏's rival, and so it's something that can act as a beta. Right now, 𝗍𝗍 is on Ethereum. Last time I checked, it was at a 5 million market cap, pretty low. I think in terms of returns, it's definitely a B tiered meme. I think in terms of returns, this thing can do 100 mil, 200 mil. It can be maximum a 10% beta to 𝗵𝗵𝗏, which right now can pump to 100 mil probably. But I would say the meme in of itself is a B tiered meme. Now, where do we put something like 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏? I think 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is honestly A tier as well. A tier because it's the first cat coin on 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 meta. Ideally, it could compete with PopCat. I don't think it will because PopCat is a real meme, but 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 can do very, very well. It already went from like 0 to 70 mil, and I actually do think 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 can realistically, like maximum, go close to a billion market cap because it's the first cat coin on 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and just because it's the only and first cat coin there, could probably do very, very well. I think it'll always be maximum a 20 to 15% beta to whatever 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏's market cap is. Maybe at its best. Then we have something like Mini. I would say Mini is C tier. Why? As a meme, better than useless 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 in 𝗍𝗍, but it's very competitive and Murad stopped shilling it, so it lost all its value. Can it pump? Sure. Is it a good meme? Sure. But realistically, like, how high can it go if there's no big KOLs working for it? So right now, meme coins, you can't just judge them by the meme in of itself. You have to judge them by also like who's behind them, who's pumping them, who's attracting exit liquidity, who's attracting new buyers. So if a meme doesn't have that, doesn't have like a Murad-like figure, a 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏-like figure, then it's pretty much not that good. Now, something like PER, I would say A tier. Why A tier? Because it's the first meme coin on a massive chain. Okay, first meme coin on hyperliquid. Are the gains gonna be amazing? No. But are they somewhat guaranteed as long as hyperliquid pumps? Yes, because this is just a leverage play on hyperliquid. So hyperliquid pumps, the first meme coin on its chain is gonna pump, just like 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 did, and just like, for example, Redo will if Ton Telegram chain pumps. So gains wise, not that good. That's why it can't be S tier. But narrative wise, because it's the first one on a massive chain, it has to be A tier because it's like almost guaranteed. If you're long hyperliquid, this thing is just leverage on it. Now, something like Dupe, where would we put Dupe? Is it absolute trash or is it D tier? I want to say absolute trash, but I think it's D tier because it can still pump. Like you can actually maybe get a 10x trade or something like Dupe. Yeah, like there's a team, which is bad. They're like sponsoring 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, which is also bad, but at the end of the day, it can still pump. So it's not absolute trash. What is absolute trash though is Believe. That's absolute trash. Scam. Don't touch it. It's not gonna pump. The whole ICM thing is, disgusting, honestly. Makes no sense. Meme coins are way better than that. Now, 𝗵𝗵, I just, reactively, I want to say absolute trash because this thing launched, it's absolute trash. You know what? All these accounts that are telling you 𝗵𝗵 is one of the best meme coins, and I mean, they're all paid. They're literally all paid. If you're saying good things about 𝗵𝗵, you're paid chill. There's no way you think this is a good meme coin. There's no way it launched at like 1 billion FTV. Look, great if you bought the NFT however many years ago. I know they're great at marketing, but there's no exceptions. Anything that launches at 1 billion FTV or 2 billion FTV is absolute worthless dog trash. If something in crypto can enrich more people, it can't pump, it is as good as zero, okay? It's net negative to the world. It's absolute dog trash. And 𝗵𝗵 is absolute trash. Now, Troll, I would say A-tiered, very good meme, IRL meme. All the normies are gonna look at Troll and say, what about Troll? I like this meme. Everybody likes it. Remember 9gag? I think Troll is A-tiered. It pumped quite nicely. Right now, it's struggling because it's part of Pump Fun, and all the people that are pumping it, I think, might have signed some deals with the Pump team, and that's why they're completely sidelined on the bonk meta right now. But I still think Troll can do well, and it's a very good meme. Now, what about Whiff? Whiff, S-tiered, of course. It has to be S-tiered. What about something like 𝗍𝗏𝗏𝗏, which is Bonk's brother? Let's say B-tiered. It can do a 10-15x. It is part of the current meta, so it can probably do very well, just like E. Maybe you can even pull 100x, so I would put it at B-tiered. What about the Founder's Rabbit? D-tiered, I don't like it. I don't think it's a good meta. It can pump, but, I also saw like Anatoly asking him if he had a pet or something. I don't know, man. Sus activity. It's not a good meme. It's not a good meme. What is a good meme, though, and I would put it at A-tiered, is Momo. The only reason Momo isn't S-tiered is because S-tiered memes are ones that actually reach 1 billion market cap. So if it reaches 1 billion market cap, we can put Momo up there. But right now, it's A-tiered. Why? It's being shielded on YouTube. YouTube is the best place to spread memes because you get regular people buying it and holding it for the long term. Everyone on crypto Twitter is sidelined. It's the first female Shiba Inu. Look, Shiba, all the Shibs are up there, okay? It's also a Shiba Inu, but it's a female one. It has the biggest female audience ever recorded in crypto. Like 10% of our audience right now is female because of this meme coin. So women literally like this. I'm receiving DMs and getting interactions from some of the biggest female accounts in crypto. So right now it's definitely A-tiered. It pumped 300-fold, okay? It pumped 300x since last week. Since the first time I mentioned, from 100k, it went to 30 million plus. I think 35, 36 million plus. It's A-tiered. When it reaches 1 billion market cap, we have confirmation that this is S-tiered meme, and it's gonna go down in the Mount Rushmore of meme coins. But right now, we have to say it's A-tiered meme with a lot of potential. It has a ton of potential. It can pump a lot. What about something like, I don't know, MEMECOIN right now? I see a lot of people talking about it. It's also part of the bonk meta. I would say C-tiered, unimpressive. There's nothing special about it. It's just a bunch of KOLs pumping it. That's all it is. What about something like 𝗼𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏? I would say C-tiered meme. It's good if politics becomes a thing again. It will probably pump again. So C-tiered, it doesn't have a ton of potential, but if politics comes back into the conversation, it's probably a good trade. AWR, I would say B-tiered, potential, legit community. It's not a bundle. It's not a scam, just like Momo, not a bundle, not a scam. So B-tiered. I don't think it's as good as something like Momo or Troll, but potential-wise, I think AWR has to be B-tiered because it can pump a lot. Fartcoin, definitely. I would say, honestly, A-tiered. I wouldn't say Fartcoin is S-tiered, even though it did go to like 2 billion market cap. Fartcoin can't go to 20, 30 billion, 20 billion like bonk, like Whiff, like Shiba Inu. I don't think it has that level of potential. It is very well marketed, very well. It's funny, but I would not say it's S-tiered. Popcat is S-tiered for sure because it's a legit meme and it's doing amazing on the Solana blockchain. Kitty, I would say C-tiered because there might be some IP issues with Kitty. It can pump, but IP issues. Look, the PFP is not that great, so I would say C-tiered. Housecoin, also C-tiered. It was a great pump, but everyone dumped on the Ansem call. Every time Ansem calls a meme coin, it's over. It pumps a lot, and then everyone dumps. So stuff that right now bonk guy is pumping is way more valuable because he actually sticks with it. So he's basically copying Murat, and Ansem is more of like a trader, gets in, gets out. Whatever he calls is okay, but you can definitely dump whenever he calls. Something like Queen, I would say Queen is B tier. I would say the content is S tier. The content is great, and I think it can do very well. But can it do as well as like a very simple dumb meme coin? I don't think it can. But it can do very well. It can go to like 100 million market cap. That's why it has to be B tier. Great content and potential. But as a meme coin, I don't even think we can say Queen is a meme coin. Like, it's more than a meme coin. But as a meme coin, I would say B as a meme. Labubu, I would say D because it's demonic. It's produced by the devil. It's very demonic. You don't want to touch Labubu right now. Chill House, I mean, ridiculous. It's not absolute trash, but it's D tier. It's one of the worst memes I've ever seen. You know what? It's C tier. It's so bad that it's actually funny. It's a C tier meme. Retard, I would say C tiered as well because nothing represents crypto more than this meme. We're all retarded here, okay? None of this shit makes any sense. Cory, I would say D tiered. Nothing special about it, even though it's at the same market cap as Momo. So think about it. Momo is like A tier and it's at the same market cap as something that is a D tier, not special. I mean, there's nothing about Cory real. Same thing goes for Mask. It's also a D tier meme. It was basically like a KOL push. It did very well for a short amount of time. It was a good trade, but can it do very well in the long term? No. Why? Because it was only being pushed by crypto Twitter KOLs. Whatever you have that only people in crypto Twitter are pushing, be careful. It doesn't have sustainability, okay? It's not gonna last long. Bonk, I would say D-tiered as well. It's just a beta to Bonk, you know, that's all it is. Nom, I would say C-tiered. It's an okay meme. And then Aura, I would say absolute trash, scam, insiders pumped it, and look at how fast it went from 0 to like 50 million or 200 million. So essentially 0 people bought this coin below 10 million market cap, which means it's a scam, piece of trash. Like if you can say, look, you had a week to buy this coin below 10 million market cap, it's not organic, you know, no one actually had any chance. You're just gonna get dumped on. And we should definitely despise all this trash. I mean, Believe was a good trade, but yeah, it's absolute dog shit because it's pretending to be technology when it's actually like worthless. Pump trash, Penguin trash. I think these memes like C and D tiered can do okay trades, but they're never gonna be anything special. B tiered memes can be very good trades, especially stuff like 𝗿𝗶𝗾𝗂𝗏𝗏, I think 𝗵𝗏𝗾𝗊 as well. These could be very, very good trades, and you can probably even just buy them and hold them for like 2 to 3 months, and you can make profit in a meme coin cycle. A tiered is some of the best trades so far in 2025. Momo was a 300x trade, 300x. Hosoko was a very good trade as well. So has been 𝗏. Troll was also a very good trade. Fartcoin as well. Useless was also a very good trade. And S tiered, of course, is Mount Rushmore of meme coins that went from 0 to a billion market cap, and anyone had access to them and could have traded them, bought them, etc. So this was today's video, so you can understand a little bit better how I think in terms of meme coins and how you should think as well. Absolute trash means you cannot make any money on it. Maximum, it's going to do 2-3x and then it's going to die. D and C tier is like trade it, get in, get out. B tiered is like maybe I can hold it for a little bit longer because there's something special about this. A tiered is fuck, it pumped a lot. S tiered is it made, you know, thousands of people 100k plus and it made a bunch of millionaires. Okay, that's what it is. S from absolute trash means poor people made a bunch of money. Trash just means poor people never make and never will make any money on this. It's how you should be thinking. So if you're not stupidly rich, don't touch absolute trash because you're gonna get fucked. Anyways, thank you very much. See you guys tomorrow.